BMW has given its sporty sedan the 3 Series a facelift. Kailash Menon got his hands on one to see if the change is purely cosmetic or whether it's made a genuine difference.
Luxury saloons, watch out! I'm back and I'm in the mood to dominate. I've been away, working out, getting all muscular with creases and cuts in all the right places. All new wheels and brawny bumper. Those tail lamps are now LED. I am the BMW 3 Series and now I'm sporty enough to fight the Audi A4 and slick enough to smoke the Mercedes C-Class down. Now the C-Class reeks of elderly elegance. It's mostly bought by the sort of people who enjoy being driven around, the sort of people who have a taste for fine wines and cigars. Basically, it's a little gentlemanlike and it's a little boring. But the 3 Series, on the other hand, is a different breed altogether. It's bought by young guns who work hard and play harder. The interiors are handsome and BMW has addressed one of the biggest problems, iDrive. iDrive used to be complicated and counterintuitive, but not anymore. The redesigned iDrive is no longer a super nerd's wet dream. Rejoice! Now you'll not have to spend weeks grappling with this instruction manual trying to figure out how to play a CD in your car. You'll never have to phone in your girlfriend and say, "Hey baby, I can't make it today because I can't seem to get the AC right on the iDrive." Because the all-new iDrive has got sub-menus, it's got a back button. So if you mess up, all you gotta do is press this back button and the car forgives you. But the Beamer isn't just about tech. What makes it a driver's delight is the perfect 50-50 weight distribution and the spot-on suspension setup. Now the car's weight sits equally on both the axles, so it's not top-heavy like a Mustang or bottom-heavy like a Porsche. The handling is nothing short of inspirational, and it's agile as a gazelle. And when you push her around, she almost yells back, "Oh, come on, you can do better than that, you wimp." So I mustered up enough courage and switched off the traction control to have some fun. The 320D cranks out 174 horses. I know, it's not exactly a scorcher, but the potent shove that comes from 350 Newton meters of torque on tap is an absolute bliss. And when you mash the throttle, it will not go zip zap zoom in a matter of seconds. It does things in a more controlled fashion. It swells up gently like a balloon all the way up to a solid 225 kilometers per hour. The low-profile run-flat tires though continue to spoil the fun and rattle the ride, and then there's the cramped rear seating space that could sour the deal. So if you want a luxury car that accelerates like a refined muscle car and handles like a sports car, then shell out 30.5 lakh rupees and take home a BMW 3 Series, and I assure you, it's worth every penny spent on it.
When the Maruti Esteem first came out, it was India's first real affordable sedan. But with time taking its toll on the car, the question is it still a good second-hand buy? I got my hands on one to find out.
If there's one car that can take credit for ushering India into the world of cheap sedans, it's this, the Maruti Suzuki Esteem.
It's been around for over 15 years and it's still going strong. And because of that, there's a billion of them in the second-hand market. So the question is, should you pick up one?
Now, while you'd never call the Esteem a benchmark when it comes to build quality, the good thing is, it's not too bad either. But with a car this old, there's some things you're going to have to watch out for.
With age comes the chance of corrosion and fatigue. So if you're going to get your hands on a used Esteem, you need to make sure that you thoroughly check for corrosion and wear and tear in the metal. Chances are, you will find some. So you need to have that sorted before you actually sign on the dotted line. Now the one thing you need to watch out for is the engine. Stand outside the car, get someone else to start it up. If there's a lot of smoke coming out of the exhaust, it could be a sign of an oil leak or worn out engine parts.
Also watch out for any annoying sounds from under the hood.
Now if you hear a rough screeching or squealing sound, there's probably a problem with the fan belt. So you want to get that replaced before you actually make a decision. Also, leave the window down and change the gears. If you hear metal mashing underneath or if the shifts feel rough, you need to check the drive shaft or more importantly, the clutch. With the Esteem, there's every chance that it could be worn out.
Fares for the Esteem are reasonable. A front bumper will cost you 3,000 rupees to replace, while the rear bumper should cost you about 1,500 rupees. Lose a side view mirror though and you'll end up paying 1,300 rupees a piece. Replacing a headlight will cost you about 3,000 rupees and a new tail lamp 650 rupees. Now with the car this old, you're never going to get perfection, so get used to the idea of some squeaks and rattles on the inside.
So how much should an Esteem cost you? If it's about 6 or 7 years old, it shouldn't cost you more than a lakh of rupees. A newer one will cost you about 1.5 lakh rupees. So if you're desperate and need a cheap car to get from point A to point B, then this mile-munching trooper will do the job for you. No questions asked.